Welcome to today's session. In this session, we are going to learn about different HTML headings and paragraph. First, let me tell you what is HTML heading and what is paragraph. HTML headings are used to tell the browser how content should be displayed, that it should be the main title or it should be the subheading. And paragraph tag, the word itself says it tells the computer which paragraph needs to be displayed. You put information inside the paragraph tag, and the information which you are putting, that gets displayed as a paragraph. So what is the benefit of using different headings and paragraph? It is easier to read any kind of information, and it tells the difference between the headings, subheadings and paragraph. So it is used to structure your content properly. So if you're using different types of heading, different types of paragraph separately for each topic or for whatever you are creating, it becomes easier for your website to get highlighted and to understand how it is working. Now, when you talk about HTML headings, the tag which you use for heading is H. There should be the opening tag, there should be the closing tag. So we have 6 types of heading in HTML. First is the H1, last is the H6. So there are altogether headings and subheadings. So let me explain you each one in detail. You open the H1 tag, you put the heading in it, you close your H1 tag. Again you come down, you do for H2, you write H2 tag, you put your subheading, you close your H2 tag. Now this way you're starting from H1 to H6. So what happens here is, when you do something from H1 to H6, the font size keeps dropping. H1 is the largest, H6 is the smallest. You will see how the font changes when we try to execute this program in our Sublime software. Now the H1 tag is similar to the title tag. It is used to give our content a title. If you want to give title in your web page, in your article, you want to give some title, it is always advised to use H1 to define the topic. Now, for a good article of a good website, try to use H1 only once in your website, because each topic has only one heading. You should look at your topic, you should look at your web page and decide where H1 is needed, where H6 is needed, where H2 is needed, where H3 is needed. Because when you use all 6, the font keeps changing, the font keeps reducing. Correct? So according to your website requirement, you should change the heading size. That you should be able to decide better for your website. Always make sure that you're using the correct heading number in the correct area, so that your website looks very presentable. The syntax for H1 is, we will write H1 opening tag. Whatever information you want to display, you'll put there, and then you'll close your H1 tag. Now look at the code. Now let me explain you the code again. We are going to practice this practically, but then still let's understand the working so we can practice it better. First, we have written doctype HTML. What is doctype HTML used for? It is used to tell the computer about the HTML website, HTML version, I'm sorry. You are going to tell the computer which HTML version you are using. Now, HTML2 HTML tags are there. They act as your container, which is going to hold all other tags inside it. And you have started with the body tag here. In body, you are displaying everything. Whatever you put inside your body tag gets displayed on your browser. First is H1, that is your heading. Then you're closing the H1. That is your subheading 1. Same for the H3, H4, H5, H6. You're displaying all, and if you look at the output, the size keeps decreasing. Heading was in a very big alphabets, very big font size. For the subheading 1, the font bit reduced. For subheading 2, font has reduced more. For subheading 3, again the font has reduced. So you can see how the size keeps reducing gradually. You can see I have added a picture also for representation, how it keeps reducing. The graph is visible in the picture, right? Now let's talk about HTML BR tag. We are going to execute this at the end of this session once we complete understanding the theory part. Now BR tag is called as break tag. Now it is used to enter a break into the line. Consider you're writing one sentence and you put next P tag again on the new line or any heading tag, but it's coming in the same line. You want it to move on the new line, you're going to use BR. If you want something to start on the new line, you will simply use BR. It is used to give a line break in the text. It is going to create one line space. If you want something to start on the new line, you're going to use BR tag. So BR tag again is a self-enclosing tag. You do not have to close the BR tag. You just have to write BR. Like I told you, in HTML, certain tags are self-enclosing. You don't need to close them. That is BR tag. Now look at the example. In H3, we have written the BR tag. Then we used BR, which gave a space, and then we have written a paragraph. Paragraph is written in P tag. You start P tag, you put the sentence or paragraph, and you close your paragraph tag. Thank you. Let me move you to the Sublime and let's start coding. So let's write doc type HTML. Then you start with your HTML container. Always first create your container and then put your code inside it. Now let's give the heading. What title we will give today? You close your head tag. Now what heading we are going to give today? In title, let's say we write headings and subheadings. I'll close my title tag. So our head is done. So in our structure of HTML, once head gets closed, we start with the body tag and then we close our body tag. Now in this body, give different headings. Heading 1, you close heading 1, you write heading 2. I'm writing the number of the heading so it's easier for you to understand. I hope everyone, when you watch this video, you execute the code and try how the program works. Because if you execute it, you will get better idea of how the program is working. I'll start with H5. We are on the last two headings. You close your H5. Don't forget to close your tag. It is very important to close the tag. Now after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a paragraph tag. So for paragraph, first I'm going to write here P. This is my first paragraph. I'll close my P tag. You'll start your P again. I'll write this is my second paragraph. So if I want something to be on the new line, I'm going to use break tag. So I'll use break tag here. I'll use for one time for now to show you. And now let me use H5 to show you. I'll just simply write subheading. I'm writing different tags on the different positions so that you get to learn that there is no correct sequence for the tags. You can put any tag wherever it is needed. It is not compulsory, mandatory that H1 to H6 should be written. Then you write paragraph. After paragraph also you can add the subheading. That depends on your requirement. Now I am going to save it as 2 dot. Don't forget .html extension if the file is HTML. Let's run and see. We can see how the headings are changing the size. We can see the title is visible here. We can see different headings being changed. We can see paragraph is written. We can see there is a space because we have used BR tag. There is break and then the subheading is visible. Is the topic clear? Headings and paragraph for everyone. I hope so everyone is clear with this topic. Thank you so much.